Yep. You good. So let me know when y'all ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go. 1, 2. What up, everybody? It is time. It is football season again.
Yes,
Man,
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank God football is back, man. The boys is back. It's the Panther Prayer Circle. We got my boy Big. We got my boy Joe.
Yes, sirski.
B's gonna be coming in a little bit, man. The Panther Prayer Circle. We are back for a new season, and man, we got some juice for y'all, man. Listen, we've been talking, and let me tell you, we got some stuff to talk about. Y'all already know. So, a lot to unpack.
A lot, man. Too much.
We probably should have hit y'all a little earlier, but hey, you know, we just like to be able to stack it all on, man. You know, hit it all at one go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So, man, we done had. What did we done miss? Training camp. We done got training camps. We got the off seasons. We got what is it called? That blueprint. Blueprint episodes.
Confidential.
Blueprint confidential. Like we've been all into that. Going into the start of the draft and behind the scenes on the start of the draft. We've had going into FanFest. Like, you know what I mean? FanFest, and like the boys went to FanFest. We got some stuff for y'all, man. What's that? FanFest?
Yeah.
Like, we got some personal footage. We got some stuff for y'all. Like, going into the first preseason game, man.
Football is back, man. Football is back.
So,
and look, more importantly, Panther football is back.
Panther football. Keep pounding football.
Keep pounding, baby.
Keep pounding football is back, man.
Yes,
so, man, hey, let's shoot. Let's jump right into it, man. Let's not even go ahead and dilly dally. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the off season, training camp. I mean, we talked about the trade. We picked up Bryce. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody was excited. We got the guy we wanted, like, you know what I mean? So we moving into training camp. They was a little stingy with the footage, man. Let me tell y'all.
You being modest.
And look, shout out to the people who still snuck a little footage from training camp. We appreciate
shout out. Y'all are real MVP.
For sure.
We appreciate y'all.
I want to shout out, but I'm not gonna shout out. Y'all guys gave some great footage, man. You know, and I appreciate you, man.
The sneak peeks, we appreciate those sneak peeks, man. For sure, but like we were saying, we was trying to give y'all some content, but we was like, where's the footage? Like, we have no footage.
Nothing.
So like, Blueprint Confidential comes out. We got some background. We got a little background. So
I really enjoyed the Blueprint series, man. I really enjoyed them episodes, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
Because we already were going through that time, but to see what really went on behind the scenes, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying?
We had a couple months where we was just like wondering, like, what are they gelling? Are they talking? Are they kicking it? Are they cool? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the greatest thing I seen come out of the whole, you know, watching the Blueprint was the fact that they were gelling and you know, the emotion and the feel, the vibe, you know what I'm saying, the locker room. You know, everybody, and one thing I got out of all of watching all of the footage I watched since before we've had the football in our hands, like, these guys trusting Bryce, and that to me that's big, because, you know, and a lot of teams, they're not, you know, on one page about something about, you know, this thing right here about Bryce. I think everybody is on the same page about it, and I like that, man. I like that.
I was going to ask y'all, man. Like Joe said, man, everybody's on the same page about Bryce, man. Everybody speaks glowing words. Nobody has one bad thing to say about Bryce. You're on the field and off the field. Is that just something that, you know, the teams say about their quarterback, or, you know,
it could be a little fishy. You know, you could be like, Come on, man. Ain't nobody that perfect.
Right.
I think
Ain't nothing
it
like
could
that.
be a little 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not just Carolina. It's not just coming out of Carolina. You know what I'm saying? This is people that's been knowing Bryce
Aaron
from
Rodgers. Aaron
who,
Rodgers was
Yep.
you
talking
know,
about
Yep.
how,
Aaron
you know what I'm
Rodgers,
saying?
everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody that's meeting him, every story that you hear about him is the same thing. He's a good guy. He's very cerebral. He loves the game. You know, things like of that nature. He's a student of the game. Carolina's in good hands, and
Yep.
you know, everybody's literally saying the same exact things about this guy. You know what I'm saying? And at number one, I mean, why wouldn't they? I believe in Bryce. I'm not even gonna lie because at this
I do
point,
too, man. I do
you
too.
know, he he what we got. So,
Yeah.
uh, you know,
He ain't got no
and he's
choice.
proving himself.
You gonna believe in Matt Corral?
Oh my. Hey, look. Hey,
All
but
right,
that's
we'll get started
hey,
on
look,
that.
it's
No,
a little bit
I don't
later.
need to
A
jump. I
little
don't know.
bit
Don't
later.
jump ahead. I want to jump ahead. Sorry. But yeah, continue, Joe. My bad. But yeah,
Yeah, man. I just like that. It was good to see everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? And we implemented a whole. I mean, to say we implemented a whole lot of new things this year would be an understatement. But
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I mean,
yeah,
on both sides of the ball, it's a lot of new things that we're not used to here in Carolina. We've always been a base 4-3 defense. So you know, switching this up
yeah,
is different. It's different.
yeah.
But you know, I embrace the
Yeah.
future. I embrace everything. But one thing I say, I just hope they know what they're doing. That's all
Hey, hey,
and I'm gonna leave it there.
the first when you said the thing about the defense from the 4-3 to the 3-4 defense, that was the first thing we noticed on the Blueprint Confidential. You
Yeah,
remember we was like, this defense is getting
yeah,
smoked. You remember
yeah,
that? So we was
Man,
watching those
yeah.
clips. We was
And
man.
like,
see,
we was a little
and
scared. We was like, I don't know what this. Oh Lord, like, cause we thinking about the pieces. We
yeah,
know who the pieces are, but we know the weak links of this
yeah,
defense.
yeah. And
Shaq
I don't know that if that's the
Thompson
reason.
being one of them.
He's the main weakness.
He's
He
the
is the
main
main
weakness.
weakness. If this team was Superman, we all know who
He is
Shaq.
the kryptonite.
There you go.
Or Achilles. It's our Achilles. Like
Yeah,
Shaq Thompson is our Achilles on defense. Now I ain't saying he's the he's the end all be all on our defense. But his position is built off of leadership. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
You
mean,
supposed to
and he is,
lead.
you know, the oldest, one of the oldest, if not the oldest Panther, besides J.J. Jansen, that's been on the Panther
Oh,
the longest.
Yeah.
And you know,
but
if I'm correct, but I'm like, look, Shaq is a unique player, man.
yeah,
And if he if he shows up, uh, Carolina has a good game. I mean, it's good. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's just more times than often he does not show up, and you know we've seen people come to this team and leave this team playing at a higher
Except
rate
him.
than he has. You know what I mean? And went on to different teams to be more successful. I.e. Hassan Reddick, and you
yeah,
know, you got Louisville who just came to the team last year and just starting to outperform
yeah.
basically everybody on the defense,
Everybody.
including Shaq.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, to be, you know, having rookie seasons lined up
Louisville's taking
beside,
over Shaq's spot. Louisville has
but
taken over Shaq's spot. It's
and,
over.
Man,
and
let's be honest. Let's be
and,
honest.
I, and I'm just sorry,
At this,
Carolina. Traditionally, we love linebackers. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We love our
Yep.
Dan Morgans, our John Beesons, our Will Witherspoons. You know what
Kevin
I'm saying? We
Green.
love our
Yep,
Now
yep,
Diggs, our
yep,
Kevin
yep,
Greens. We
yep.
love all of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So Shaq does have a respect. You would draft that high guy. You know what I'm saying? And you would draft it beside, you know, to me, future Hall of Famer Luke Kuechly, future Hall of Famer Thomas Davis.
Hmm.
And it just does not translate.
But
The math
just
don't
like
do math.
what you mentioned in Thomas Davis, you remember the clip where Thomas Davis was telling him like, it was in practice and they had he dropped the interception
Yeah,
and
hit,
Thomas
hit the
Davis was
ground.
like, "You supposed to
Hit
do
the ground.
push-ups." He
Yeah,
was like, "Why?" He was like, "Why aren't y'all?" He was like, "That was the rule." He was like, "Why
yeah,
aren't y'all following the rules?" Like it's like Shaq not even implementing the rules. He was like, "Yo,
yeah,
when we used to drop interceptions, you had to hit the ground."
Yeah.
And then Shaq was like,
And Thomas did not have a smile on his face.
He's not a leader, bro. Like Shaq is
First of
not a
all,
leader.
you got to lead by action sometimes.
Yeah.
When there's plenty of game footage of you missing tackles and being in the wrong damn spot all the damn time
and dropping every interception.
How you gonna tell Frankie Louvu what to do?
You can't. And he got the most tackles. He got more tackles in the last 2 games than you had last season. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's just be honest. At this point, at this juncture, Frankie Louvu was a better linebacker than Shaq.
Oh, it's not even a question. He's not only is he a better linebacker, you can even see, like, just from last year, he's a better leader. Like, he's better at getting people lined up. He's better at telling people where to go. Like, because you can see, like, it's natural for him. Like, I don't know what's up with Shaq, bro, but he's just not that guy, man. I wish we didn't. You can see that they don't trust him by all the linebackers they signed this year. Like, they literally signed like 3 linebackers.
They try to get the depth. You know what I'm saying? Going to the 3-4 because it's more linebacker than lineman play. But Shaq, look, man, this is not a Shaq bashing. At least not for me, but I'm gonna just say it like this, bro. Like we expect a lot more. And I know football is hard, man, but for you to be on the defense that you're on, and be a part of that historic defense back then, and have this new breed of great talented players who will follow you if you lead them. But it just seems like you're never in the leadership position. And honestly, you be the caboose a lot of the times on the defense. And I'm just being honest,
right.
I think they be talking to you sometimes, and that's just not acceptable. And I know it's easy for me to say sitting in my my den, but hey, we professionals here, so it's like, bro, like every year you getting burnt. Oh, I'm just waiting for a Shaq Thomas play. I'm just waiting for a play. A pick, a fumble, or some kind of
First of all, Shaq Thompson last year he had no picks, and if you had to guess, how many sacks did Shaq Thompson have?
1.
0.
In between 0.5.
Damn.
How many? I'm sure Louvu had tons of sacks. Actually, Louvu was a sack machine.
Hold on, 1 second. I got you right here, Ron.
Sack and a pick machine.
Sack and a pick machine, man. He looked like small remnants. Now he maybe might be him, but he looked like small remnants of Kuechly out there, just like little, just small little hints of it. Yeah, just hints of it. I see hints of Kuechly in Louvu, man. Shaq,
this hint, your small hint. Small hint.
Tell you who I see it in? I see the cerebralness of Luke and Jeremy Chin.
Oh, we've all talked highly about Jeremy Chin and his different positions. His skill set is just it's like Palomalu. Like his skill set is like Palomalu. He could go up to the line, he could blitz, he could play linebacker, he could tackle. Because most corners are bad tacklers. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why they play corner. Because you can catch and defend, but you're a bad tackler, so you can't be a linebacker. And most linebackers are linebackers because they're bad catchers. Like what I'm saying, they can't catch.
Frankie Louvu had 7 sacks last season.
7 to Shaq's 0.
That's tough, man. I mean,
and Shaq has been on the team, and Shaq went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Shaq was part of a historic team.
He played next to 2 of the best linebackers in NFL history. And if the people who say Thomas Davis isn't, like I can run you down the line of what this man overcome should be that.
Who knows football knows.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What this man overcame to be who he was at that time.
Football player. That's
pure.
The guy played a Super Bowl with a broken arm. All right. The guy came back ACL surgery. 3 to come back to be a 2-time Pro Bowl.
Outstanding.
I just want people to understand.
come out to be
want people to
outstanding.
understand. And then he mentored one of the best middle linebackers in the game in Luke Kuechly. That's one hell of a career to me.
Yeah, so we had he sat next to two of the best linebackers in history, and you don't even want to get down to make the young guys do push-ups because you dropped the interception. You were supposed to do the damn push-ups.
It'll be
That
hard
just
to hold
shows
him
you.
accountable if you out here doing this,
Yeah, that just shows you he doesn't even hold himself accountable. That's why Thomas Davis told him hit the ground, and he was looking like I ain't playing. Hit the ground. You dropped the interception. And what did Shaq do? Shaq hit the ground because he
Hit the
felt
ground.
remnants of his big brother, Thomas Davis, on his back. Like, you know what I'm
As he
saying?
should, man, because accountability, man, is going to be big this season, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I mean, because we come from a system, and the other guy, I'm not even going to mention his name, where accountability was almost a curse word, and
Yep.
we're gonna get into that later on to the show. But I see.
Another thing, Shaq played like 4 or 5 games more than Frankie Louvu last season.
I believe it.
There was a couple games Frankie was out. That's what Brandon Smith was in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So even when I'm playing more, he ain't get no damn sacks. Just, man, like.
I got to relook at. I think I only got one more tackle than him, but more games played.
Yeah, he's not our complete Achilles heel on defense, but man, he's a weak link. Like I don't know
that's
if
the problem.
he
Be costing us plays and series.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
It's a chain, bro. It's a chain. So if this link is weak on the chain, the whole chain breaks.
Yeah.
It's like
defense in the NFL. It don't take but one link to go.
Yeah, it's like defense about everybody playing together, everybody doing their job great, being where you need to be in the position you need to be in, and being great at it. So it's like all of us working together. But it's like if Shaq is a link and he's getting confused to go this way or that way, or he getting lost. Like, bro, the link broke. That's it. Link gone, big play, 20-yard play. Like, oh my God.
And he's supposed to be the big link. He wants to be the strong link.
Yeah, you the strong. You supposed to be. You've been here longest.
Shaq Thompson is supposed to be a top 10 linebacker in the NFL right now.
We thought he was. Remember, and when we came in, we was big on him. We thought he was. That's who he was going to be. And man, he's been such a disappointment, man. Like, and I hope like maybe Evero, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah.
And maybe Evero can turn it around, man. Like, that's what I'm hoping. Maybe the coaching staff could, because they, in Blueprint Confidential, they was on his tail. They was on his ass, man. They was like, yo, they said, Shaq, you ain't made a play all day. You remember? He was like, come on, Shaq. He said, Shaq, you ain't made a play all damn day. Like, they on him. Like, they literally on Shaq.
Because they need Shaq, man. They're going to need him, man. And for me, what I'm looking for with this, early in this season, man, is continuity, man. And, the flow of how things are supposed to look. And it's just right now, Shaq, even from what I've seen, it's still Shaq, man.
It's still Shaq, bro. It's still Shaq. Still Shaq.
To cut it, man. And he should, and we shouldn't be saying about a guy, with that kind of career. You know what I mean? He's played with, the meaningful games he's played in. As a starter. I don't know if people remember, Shaq was so good as a rookie. We was actually starting him at nickel. He was so damn good. We had a linebacker at nickel. We never had to take none of our linebackers out of the game. Luke, Thomas Davis, and Shaq stayed in and nickel.
But I understand why it worked for him. It's because Kuechly told him what to do.
I was about to say that. I think
now I understand.
Yeah, because he had to have that.
Shaq and Thompson. Damn, I forgot his name that quick. Kuechly. Yeah, no. Kuechly and Thomas Davis like Thomas
Yeah,
Davis
they
basically told him what to do.
They made him look good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I mean, there's no way
Yep.
you can look as bad as you look now as soon as they leave. Like you didn't like
terrible, not even a remnant of.
And when
and
you
then
really
they had him at leader. They had him at leader. Like,
and when
you're
you
the
really
head guy.
You in between Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your job is really easy.
I mean, first of all, Kuechly's going to tell the whole team where to line up when the play comes out. So it didn't like, and
not only that, Luke Kuechly yelling out the play,
and telling you what's about to happen.
It's like we see things from our living rooms and from the bleachers. But it's like you would think Shaq would see the same thing and kind of pick up on, what was being taught to him firsthand and not third hand, not through no film, but we on the field together. And you didn't pick up any kind of nuances, no kind of,
And all right, so this with that said, this is what I'm gonna hit. What you just said right there, Joe. This is what I'm gonna hit, and then we're gonna move on for Shaq. We done spent way too much time on him.
Yeah, we're gonna let him
on. He's a huge hole in the defense, man.
He's a huge hole. But this is what I was saying, just for you saying that, Joe, and then let's move on from Shaq. I think Shaq does not have the dedication. Like, he doesn't have that Mamba mentality. He's happy that he has money. He's in the league. He is settled. He doesn't care about winning championships. He doesn't care about, what I'm saying? He's just happy to be in a league at this point. Like, what I'm saying? Happy to be playing. He feels like he can kind of skate his way to a career. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, you could see Shaq doesn't have any dedication to it, because if he did, he would have made the niggas do push-ups. So, like, you know what I'm saying? He would have did the push-ups himself for dropping that football, that interception, just like they would have did. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about that. No, so from there, we're going to move on to Shaq. And we're going to talk about fan.
Let me just say this, man. Shout out to my Panthers, man. They really know how to treat a nigga when he comes.
Hey, and shout out to Panthers Nation, man. Y'all, hey, we showed up and showed out, man.
Y'all, first of all, Ryan, we thought it was low key. It was low key looking like a game.
It was low key looking like a game.
That's how many people were there to see Bryce. Let's just be honest. That's what it is.
I've been to a few fan fests. This. I don't even think it was this pack. It was that pack when 2015.
Yeah. Ooh. So the boys went to fan fest.
I had to see Bryce Young without the stresses of a game, like I told you in the group chat. And I was not disappointed. I'm gonna just be
give him the atmosphere. You can break down that for the people who didn't get to go to fan fest. Break down the atmosphere, what it felt. You said it felt like a game. Put us there.
Electric.
Put us
electric. There. I'm talking about. Go ahead, Joe.
Everybody that was in attendance and everybody that knew what was going on, everybody that's a part of Panthers Nation, man. Everybody just, the anticipation of, what we built in the offseason, what we acquired during the offseason, you know what I'm saying? Ready to see some kind of, because the politics are out the door now. It's it's on the gridiron. And I think, people had that feeling of, hey man, my optimism is off the charts right now because, we got the number 1 pick and we trying to do something totally different. We hired who we hired, the whole coaching staff from the top to the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. New head coach, you know what I'm saying? Running back coach, you know what I'm saying? Wide receiver coach. And shout out to the whole coaching staff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And this is like the field was like everybody was just wanting to see somebody in the Panthers uniform perform right and throw it right and catch it right and run a route and score a touchdown or make a tackle or make a pick or do something because, on paper, we've always looked good. It's just the execution, you know what I'm saying? And the coaching. And so we still at the same spot. but it's just like the electricity behind everything is built off the optimism of what could be. So right now, I think Panthers Nation is just like me and us. We just waiting for something spectacular because we know at the end of the day, Bryce gonna do something special, and I'm just glad he's gonna do it.
Give us what did Bryce look like? Good throws. What was he throwing? How was what did y'all see? What plays did they run? How was the defense looking? Was they doing some? They
were doing a lot of 7-on-7.
Okay.
Some 11-on-11, but a lot of 11-on-11, a lot of 7-on-7s. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be honest, man. Bryce is he's a quarterback, man. He's a good. I'm saying from the way the ball comes out, where the placement of the ball. I mean, he's an NFL. He's NFL ready, man.
He made you true because remember, hey, you was CJ Stroud. So he the commissioner.
Me rolling with CJ after up until the point we had Bryce. I mean, I was just standing on what I had to stand on.
But you know how you still have a in the back you just like CJ, hey you know what I mean? But Bryce has caught your attention.
That's gone, man. That's gone.
That's gone.
He gonna do that 3-4 years down
Bryce
the road.
has snatched that out of you. Bryce is like, nah.
Hey man, that's my quarterback, man. Bryce Young is my quarterback, man.
My quarterback.
And like I said, it was a slight scrimmage. That ball, I was focusing on him and his mechanics, how that ball was coming out, and I can't even front run. The ball, like I said, the ball placement was there, the accuracy was there. I'm saying like that ball, Joe was there. Joe was sitting right next to me. That ball was pew pew.
Yeah, he was making Ian Thomas look good.
I mean, that back shoulder fade. I can't wait to see his red zone action. That back shoulder fade. I know it's going down.
And we practicing red zone this year.
Yeah, well,
we ain't got the other guy. I ain't even saying his name no more. We don't got that other guy. We know we're practicing red zone this year.
We threw it at.
Yes, sir.
And look, and the way Bryce can feel that pocket,
you could just see it. You could just see it from where you were at.
The man, his pocket, his presence is like that. He's small. I wouldn't say he is small, but I didn't see it. I didn't see any batted balls.
He stands tall though. It seems like he stands tall. It's not saying like when I say he stands tall, it's not like he's physically tall. It's like he plays tall.
His presence.
He plays like he's confident in himself. Like everything. Once I say height, I control everything. Whether I get hit, whether I throw a pick, whether I throw a touchdown, whether I get a first down, I control everything. That's how he plays. It reminds me of somebody else. I dare not say his name, but it reminds me of somebody else.
Relax.
Supreme confidence in himself.
Yo, relax on that.
Hey, I'm just being honest. It's that supreme confidence because
you know what though?
Hey,
you're right.
Because you're not 5'9" and 5'9", 5'10" and shy.
Yeah.
Making it to the NFL first round. First pick.
Two things I noticed, especially since I watched two quarterbacks evaluate Bryce's game, and I note what they said. I saw it as far as his feet and his legs just being comfortable. And it's not a lot of pity pat, like nervous. Like he's like Josie. He's confident back there. He's comfortable back there.
Yeah.
And the other thing Frank said, when he got hit. I know I'm jumping a little bit, but he said he barely felt it.
I guess we can go ahead and move on. We got more with FanFest. Yo, is anything in particular that?
The only thing left with FanFest, it was electric. It was amazing. It was fun.
Beautiful light show at the end.
We saw,
and it was a light show.
At the end.
Man, I got all that footage, bro. I'm gonna see the light show.
That's what this is from.
We're gonna be running it, y'all. We're gonna be running it. We're running it right now.
Yeah, Joe got the wristband.
As we're speaking.
Hey, look, run. That wristband Joe got.
Yeah.
It was one of those on every seat. and they light up. They can control the light. So when the light show came, like we were,
it was like a Bluetooth
kind of
connection
part
to
of
the whole stadium. So it's like you were a part of the light.
Tepper spending
You know what
that
I'm
money,
saying?
dog.
Like, yeah,
Hey, little Ryan. Hey, little
I've
Ryan.
never seen this in the Panthers. You know, hey, okay.
Hey, little Ryan. Shout out to Tip, man. I saw.
Hey, we got to shout out to Tepper's wife. That sounds like a
Hey, look,
Tepper's
we
wife
saw. Hey,
idea.
little Ryan.
That sounds like Tepper's
We
wife
were
idea.
When we were leaving Fan Fest, we saw Tip in the car.
That sounds like a wife idea right there. Shout out to Tep's wife. Shout out to Miss Tepper.
Yeah.
Hey, little Ryan.
And you know, I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I mean? Before we start.
Hold on, Joe. I know where you're going. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Before you say that, hey, look, Ron. When me, Joe, and B were leaving Fan Fest, right? I saw an SUV coming out of the parking lot. I said, Joe, B, that looked like Tep right there in Nicole, little Tep and the little Nicole. I said, yo, David.
Yo, he shot his hand, he raised his hand out and everything. Yo, he had to come out and everything, bro.
You can get the video? You got to get video of that, bro.
I should have.
All right, yeah. I was just basically going to say this while I can say this, put it on wax while, you know, things are still fresh. And, yeah. I've been on record.
Hold on, Joe, you been on where?
I've been on record. On this pod and you know, the Panther Prayer group, you know, we have a group text going on. You know, Tepper has not been my best friend. I mean, honestly, since he's been in Carolina, I've been on this man's arse. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, and honestly, I have not been wrong. You know, I'm a Panthers fan. I'm not a fan particularly of anyone outside of being representing the shield. You know, it's not about you. It's just. So with that being said, you know, I've been very critical of Tepper, Mr. Tepper, but I want to go ahead and give this man his flowers because this year, I believe you did it the right way. I've yet to see the results. No. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
But, you know, for all the coaching hires that you know, acquired, you know, even, you know, trading one of our beloved receivers, DJ Moore, you know, but acquiring the you know, the first pick in the draft and getting Mr. Young, that's all right. That's all right. All right. That's all right. You know, I'm not. Hey, Mr. Tepper. I don't have my hat, but you know, it's all to you, brother, man. Because you know, hey, I've been critical, but you know, we're gonna see what this season brings. We're gonna see how we adjust, how we move. All of this is what this is about. Is it gonna translate? You know, I'm a fan. I'm hoping so much. You can go back to last season and see what my prediction record was.
Joe prediction had us as the best team.
Yeah,
league.
That's how much. Because you know
we need that though.
I felt it though.
Hey, Joe, we need that, bro.
Man,
like,
look, listen, man. I'm a realist, man, but our fall from grace was one of the most ugliest fall from graces I've ever seen in any sport, man. Just like, yo, we were so relevant, then all of a sudden, boom, like who are these niggas again? Like, damn, they done took us back to the Jimmy Clausen days. Like we ain't even.
Don't even mention.
We not even relevant. Like, bro, we getting beat by the Browns.
Bad.
Hey, no knock on the Browns. The Browns the Browns are all right. I'm not gonna lie, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, damn, like, you know, like, yo, you know, I'm used to scoring at will, and you know,
when Baker Mayfield
the
quarterback, you don't have much of a fighting chance.
Yeah. But speaking of Baker Mayfield, so B brought up tonight, which is random Panther fans. I mean, I had to. Some might agree. Some of you Panther fans out there might already be like, we already knew that. With the hand, like, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, it kind of threw me by surprise. I thought he was doing great, but the other part of the Panther, the other piece of the Panther Prayer Circle, B basically was like, Fitty, Scott Federer is on the hot seat.
Yeah, man. That
he
was
said
crazy.
He heard rumors that Scott Federer is on the hot seat, which it threw us all for a loop. And I mean, did it throw you for a loop, Big or Joe? I mean, it threw me for a loop.
I hadn't heard that, man. I hadn't heard it, man.
Solid. Like the last picks, everybody, the pieces that he's picked up the last few years. Yeah, granted, he was a part of the shitty regime of, we're not going to mention his name, but I felt like he was putting pieces in place, and they just weren't utilizing the pieces. But
hey, look, Ron, I got right here what B said, and that made so much sense to us earlier when he said that Scott Fitty was on the hot seat.
Bro, yeah, what he said?
Outside of the first round, what has he done? He's supposed to be this like draft guru.
I mean, you asked me, did it take me? Did it shock me? It don't, because, like, I'm being honest, bro. Like, some of the worst football I ever seen has come from us in these last couple of years.
Yeah.
Right, that's a lot. Right, that's a lot to say about my team, but I'm not even sugarcoating it. Y'all know, shit. Y'all know. I ain't fronting. Like, so why wouldn't he be?
That's a fact.
Like what B said, outside of that first round, that outside of what he just did, what really?
B said
he's aggressive doing free agent signing.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And trading, like signing and trading. That's it.
Yeah. He said Chin was our last player in a while that we got outside the first. That was a 20, that was outside of 2020 that was good, like outside of the first round.
Was that Rule? That was the Rule era too now. I feel like Scott Federer and Rule kind of came in around the same time, didn't they?
Yeah. They was exactly was Federer there for the Ron Rivera, the last year of Ron Rivera? I think Scott Federer got hired when Rule got hired.
Okay.
I think they were there the same consecutively, but let me look that up.
Yeah, you can't base a lot on that Rule era, man. Matt Rule, you got to think, man. He spent his first 9 picks on defensive players. First time that's ever been done.
But see,
and you got a couple of good players, but you spent all 9 picks on it.
But these are checks and balances. And everybody, when you in that war room, everybody in agreement of those 9 players. Everyone in that room is in agreement of that 9 players, because David is the one that's got to pay for them.
Yeah.
And he the one that's paying him to choose these 9 players. He's the one that's overlooking the whole process of him even
So Scott Federer was hired in 2021.
Okay.
So Rule's Matt
Matt Rule came in 2020, didn't he?
2020. So yeah, he was there the year after. Damn, man, I didn't want to say his name.
Yep.
I mean,
he was there in 2020.
I totally get what B was saying about him being on the hot seat.
I could see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Super Bowl teams are made not from first rounders. Not just from first rounders. Not just from first rounders.
You're Malcolm Jenkins.
But from what you put around the first rounders, which is second, third, fourth, walk-ons, like, you know what I'm saying? It includes every it's a team. It's a team sport.
Y'all know how big depth and backups are, because last year single-handedly that knocked us out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Both our corners went down. That's literally how we lost the game.
We're not even gonna say their names. Them trash corners.
So, do you know how many corners that we could have signed? I mean, we did go get Gilmore, but you know how many more corners just walk?
And we
I
didn't even
believe we
we couldn't even keep Gilly.
They got hurt, but even the people that we picked up got hurt. You remember because what's his name was hurt half of the time that he was a part of the team. The other dude, other than Gilmore, we picked up somebody else. He was
Eli
hurt.
Apple. Was it Eli Apple?
There was another corner we picked up.
We picked up Henderson and Gilly at the same time, or the same time.
There was another.
That's when we thought Scott Fitterer was cooking that year.
Oh yeah, we was. That's when we started calling him Fitty.
Yeah, like, Fitty, because he got Gilmore halfway through the year.
Yeah.
And then he traded like a low draft pick or something for CJ Henderson, who was a first round draft pick who we thought was going to be better than he was. You know what I'm saying? So we thought
somebody else. I don't even want to look him up. But I thought there was somebody else that we had picked up because we had picked up two guys that year that were really good corners, and it was 1 year deals. It was I want to say it was Gilmore and it was another guy.
Josh Norman.
No. It wasn't Josh Norman. But anyway, I can't think of it right offhand. But I mean, he made a good point, and I started really thinking I can see it, man.
I don't even know if I'm ready for looking for a GM talk right now.
Man, it's too. We've already just got a hold. We don't even know if this coaching regime is going to work. Right. I call it the Justice League.
That's what I said. That's why I said
this Justice League. If the Avengers of coaching,
there's only one reason why Fitty would even be on a hot seat this early in the season, and that's because of that big ass goose egg that was laid last week. Ain't nobody.
That's the first thing I thought about.
Yeah, because that's the only reason why. Because it looks eerily similar.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what's been acquired, what's been said, who's been fired, because all I want people to, I want to reiterate that it's about what happens on the field.
Yep.
I don't give a damn what press conference, who signed who, what. That don't matter. What happens on Sunday? That's all that matters. Because that's why I'm here. That's what made me wear this. It ain't them signing nothing. I can care less. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of a team that had one Mr. Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Mr. Richardson. Yeah, R.I.P. Mr. Richardson.
R.I.P. Man.
Like, and he stayed away from everything what we thought. You know, but you know,
he was around. He was around.
He was around, all right. But let's not even get into that. All right, so we're gonna move from.
He played the background, and he just let the GM be the GM, the head coach be the head coach. He let everything just flow like it's supposed to flow, and everybody loved him for it.
Hey,
but on the opposite, this guy here. He's almost the, a mirror opposite of what Mr. Richardson was. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying if you come in with all that charisma, it's like we want some of that to translate into some wins. Like I understand, like I get it.
That's why before we wrap this up, that's why I say if this regime works out, then that'll save him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we somehow pull out 10 or 11 wins this year, Scott Fitterer, he gonna cool the seat off a little bit.
I mean, that's a big ask.
That's a big if.
That's a big if. That's a big if because you got to look at what we're dealing with. We're dealing with new coaches, a fresh rookie quarterback. Players who've never played with each other, minus our line, which look like they never played with each other, which we're about to get into that, and our defense, who look like they didn't play with each other. We'll get into that, and a whole new Avengers coaching staff. I'm calling them the Avengers of Justice League. They're either one of the two. They got the best coaches in the damn league. I'm talking about they picked every coach from the pickings of every batch of league.
Like it don't sit well with me. It does not sit well with me. I'm like, okay. So we got all these coaches, right? And I understand everything new. I get it. How many teams this week alone has started something new, started someone new coaching style, new scheme. Everybody's on some new shit. Bro, we put up 0 points. That shit
The Giants went crazy last year.
You know what I'm saying?
With the new coach, and they went crazy last year. Like,
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
was he a first year? Was the first year coach, or was he a second year
coach?
coach?
I want to say
he was first year coach.
Giants coach.
Yeah, he was the first year coach, right? Last year.
It was first or second year.
Yeah, I think it was first.
I want to just say Carolina didn't open up their playbook last week. I want to say that. I want to say we just waiting. But man, what I saw last week is really concerning.
So we gonna go ahead and roll into it. The first preseason game, man.
Disaster game.
Disaster.
First of all, let me just say this. From the footage we got, first of all, we're gonna get a lot of footage because Aaron Rodgers is in town. Hard Knocks is in town.
Yep.
So we're gonna get some footage of these workouts and these practices this week.
Yep. And it did a scrimmage.
And from what I saw, was not the same thing I saw during the game. I don't know what happened, Joe. We watched plenty of footage from them practices. I didn't see anything like that.
And see, because one thing we got to realize, like, in scrimmage and in practice, like in scrimmage, it's about the playmaking. You see what I'm saying? It's about who make more plays. What defense can you call to defend there? And you really just gauging, really, because that's the only purpose of a scrimmage. But when you're talking about recreational football, like when you're talking about football where the score matters, the score is the ultimate objective. But you know what I mean? It's kind of different because scoring is the number one objective. So now your focus shifts on what you're looking at. I'm not looking at how y'all blocking in the middle. I'm looking at how we scoring the football, how we moving the football, how we stopping them from scoring or moving the football. Yes. So, because at the end of the day, that's literally all it's about.
Yes.
That score, whether you win or lose, how far did you go? So, bottom line is like, we done been through I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm praying. Because at the end of the day, we done had teams with talent, but the execution just not there. And the execution, we're going to blame that strictly on the coaches. Yeah. So now,
that's why
this week one, because to me, the last great thing the Carolina Panthers did was run the football. And I understand we acquired a whole bunch of great receivers. I get it. But to me, that's just to build up that you lost a great receiver. You lost the guy who's replaced Steve Smith.
What you say? What you about to say, Big?
You said what, Ron?
What was you gonna say, Big? You was gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's what Thomas Brown said. It don't matter how the offensive coordinator Thomas Brown, no matter how bland or generic the play calling is, that shouldn't affect execution.
Like point blank and period, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we saying is that, I know, I mean, we got to get our evaluations. I know we said it was a terrible game, but let's break this thing down. Like,
first of all,
y'all think it was poor execution? I mean, we gonna say the offensive line, because that is just like, I am just like, every time you say offensive line, I get sick to my stomach. Like,
It was no game
like
plan.
Offensive line. But like, so we think it was execution, or do we think it was a lack of? Because I mean, let's be honest. To me, it looked like they weren't even ready to play.
Man, you know
what I'm saying?
When a team comes out and barely crosses midfield I don't care if it's preseason or regular season, and that team barely crosses midfield during that game, that's a little bit of everything.
It looked like they weren't ready to play to me, bro. Like from the jump,
everybody.
From the kickoff, it looked like they were not ready to play. It's like Rec is like, oh, I don't want to get anybody hurt. Let's just tap each other. Let's just all. No, don't go too hard, guys. Just save it for the season.
We're knocking our heads off.
But I don't know the type of coach he is yet. I mean, now I've seen Colts fans who are absolutely like, "Hey, good luck." Like it was the Colts, right? He coached the Colts, right? That I see Colts fans that are like, "Hey, we've been there, guys. Good luck." Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they had to go through what they
Bro,
seen.
how long have you been holding this information
So I
about
mean, I just seen this. I mean, look, this is not new info. I haven't been
You
holding this
just dropped the
long.
bomb on
No,
you
I'm
dropped the
sorry. I'm
bomb on
sorry.
me.
I don't look. I don't know no
look,
Colts
man.
fan. I don't know, and not name one Colts
Me
fan.
neither. Well, I do know
But
one. I do know one. Joey
but
nephew.
they're
Your nephew is a Colts fan, Joe.
Huh?
Ain't your nephew a Colts fan?
Now my brother was R.I.P. to him, but my brother was a he don't
No, Trey
Trey
Day
was
was a Colts. Oh,
he was a Peyton Manning fan.
okay. I see.
Yeah, so
Peyton
like
Manning fan. Oh.
he was a
Well,
Peyton
no,
Manning.
you know, Bleacher Report. I went on Bleacher Report, and a lot of Colts fans jumped into the Panther community and was like, after preseason one, the preseason game, and was like, "Hey guys, look,
Oh my
let me
God.
let y'all know that we've
I'm about
been
to
here,
I'm
and
about to
this
end
is
this.
what's about to happen." Like they
I'm
were
about
trying to
to
give
end
us
this
a
damn call
breakdown
right now.
of, and I was like, man, like, you know, I was just happy to have an offensive coach versus our history of having defensive coaches. Now, if you guys Panthers fans, like, if you go, you know, people who are watching, if you go back and you go back to our earlier podcast, like in the beginning where we're just getting started, we tell you about, you know how we feel about, that particular thing. So it's like, I just was happy to have an offensive, head coach versus a defensive head coach. So
I
I
asked y'all this
never,
question.
go ahead.
Ron, Joe, I asked y'all this question long before training camp, but after we hired Frank Wright and this coaching staff. But since camp has started, got a couple weeks in camp. They done went through OTAs, mini camp, everything. Do y'all have any new opinion on Frank Wright and his coaching staff?
Not yet.
Like,
I can
how
truly say
long?
not yet.
How long are y'all? How long is it going to take to figure him out? Like, how many games is going to take to figure out?
I need halfway through at least 6 games. I
At
need
least
to.
6
I need to
games. That's
see.
what I
I
was
need to
thinking.
see at least 6 games.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like,
That's a good sample size right there.
yeah, a good sample size of 6 games.
I need him to go. I need him to go 4-2 or better.
Yeah.
6 games.
Yeah, I need to see 6 games. I need to see how you adjust at halftime.
Oh my God!
I need to see your strategy. I need to see how you plan for the team, like what plays you come out running in the beginning.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
I need to see.
That adjustment is going to be
Now you know me. I was big on.
the second
You
half
know me.
adjustments.
I'm big on the second half adjustments, man. It's not that hard to go into the locker room and click on some film and be like, look, he's doing this, and he's doing
This
this.
ain't working.
You do this, you do that. Don't do this no more.
Yeah.
Hike. Get your asses out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not too hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? And they got the high tech where they watching the pad. Like, they instantly seeing the play afterwards.
Seeing the replay.
So it's like, yo, bro, look, boom, you do this. Oh, he's doing this. He's curving in.
You can literally learn down from down by down.
Bro, look, I played, like, I don't even want to give my whole, like, I played a little high school football. I don't even want to go with all of that. But look,
I'll never mention it. Go ahead.
like, I don't want to go into that, but I played whatever on the lowest level that you could think of. But what I do know is defense and offense, because I played both sides, and I know if this dude is doing this, we all need to do that. Because what I do know is I'm getting destroyed all night. Like, hey, this linebacker's hitting me all night. He's bigger than me. I need somebody to get him out of here so I can get to the play. And my coach would be like, pull out the board and say, show me. That's what my coach would say. I would come to the sideline and be like, he says, tell me what you're seeing. Coach Ewan, RIP, man. Kemp Ewan. I don't know if you know Coach Ewan, man. Like RP, like I would literally go to the sideline. He would say, "Tell me what you're seeing." I would say, "I'm getting blocked by a guard," and he would like, "What? Show me." And then he would literally draw the formation. I'd be like, "He's coming here, and this guy's coming here," and then he'd be like, "Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. You cut this guy You come around like, all right, boom, easy. That's an easy adjustment. It's like, all right, boom. And this is in a timeout. Like, this is in a timeout in 20 seconds. Like, boom, boom, boom. All right, bam. All right, get out there. And boom, the play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Adjustments are easy. Just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know that it's like, oh, of course, they could be setting you up. Oh, they'll run this play 3 times and then hit you downfield. Well, that's what adjustments are for. You adjust for so you don't get beat downfield. If you're going to get beat on a cross route, that's a 3-yard slant or a 3-yard drag. Like, you know what I'm saying? You limit your route. So it's like, it's easy adjustments, man. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I really want to see. After 6 games, you're saying a sample size of 6 games. I want to see them adjust at halftime. I want to see them put the players in the right position, because you remember we said that Rule never had them in the position to make a play. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would never have people in position to make plays, like, or they just would never adjust. You remember they just keep running the same defense, and then the second half, you know, if y'all go back, second half, we just get smoked because they be like, oh, they're doing this and do that. They make adjustments, and then we be like, same damn defense, and we get smoked the second half. Like, you know what I mean? So I want to see, that's what I want to see from them. Right. We got the Avengers of coaches. It's literally the Avengers. We got the Hulk. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got, what's the Hulk? Yeah. I don't know who these people would be, but I know that, what's Samuel Jackson's character with the patch?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, we got Frank Wright is Nick Fury. He put this team together. And listen, he's Nick Fury. You put this team together. So you got to put this team, you got to get this team in position to win. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm talking about you put all these damn coaches, the dudes, you got the dude with the damn, he got a whole wig on, like a damn toupee. Like,
hey, look, shout out to Dom
toupee out here, man.
Shout out to Dom K for his toupee, man.
You got toupee out here, bro. You literally brought toupee on. I don't now. As much as I love Don Capers, much as I love toupee, I'm just saying that he old, bro. Can he see the same way? Can he understand the same way?
We need him to think. We just need him to think.
But can he? Because you know, old people start losing. You know, sometimes you lose. What the first thing you lose when you get old is
don't do that, Ron.
Your mind.
Don't do toupee.
I'm just saying, bro.
Hey man, are we concerned with our offensive line pass protection?
Absolutely,
I am.
I think Bryce just took one too many hits last Saturday. I think he just.
That's why Frank yanked him. That's why Frank yanked him so quickly. I think Frank Wright probably wanted to play him as long as CJ and AR played, but because they played the whole first half, didn't they? Almost. They played almost the whole first half.
Zach Wilson
did.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson like a starting quarterback, though, man.
Bro, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You asking how many games it's gonna take for me to evaluate this nigga? I'm gonna say 3, because I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't got time, bro. You know what I'm saying? We done been through the experiment, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna give him 3, maybe 4 before I start to go look at these Indianapolis games that got him fired. That's what I'm gonna do, because
we back at the beginning again, though, Joe. Like we back at the beginning.
But you know, outside, I'm not downplaying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. But you know, as far as production, you have a great defense. You have a good defense. Now you got the number 1 draft pick. And now you've rebuilt a team to go along with this number 1 draft pick. You have built a coaching staff to lead this organization to whatever end it's going to end. But one thing is, like, when you start to see the same things over and over,
Yeah,
like you lose in the same way. You're not aggressive in certain situations. You're too passive in certain situations. You do things to lose the game instead of doing things to win the game. Don't know how to keep a lead. Don't know how to get a lead. Like, so what I seen last week, bro, we had 0 points, bro. It was no flow to the game. It was no continuity. There was nothing to hang our hat outside of Bryce completing those passes. There was nothing to hang our hat on coming out of Saturday. And if you know these preseason games are strictly evaluation, I'm not even looking for a fucking win, bro. I'm just looking for something I can say, yo, we did good. You know what I'm saying? And I outside of Bryce completing those passes, I saw nothing, bro. That's eerily similar to some shit that I've been used to be seeing these last couple of years. So yeah, 3 fucking games, bro. I'm sorry you inherited a situation, bro. That's where we at right then, right, bro. Listen, that's all of us. You don't got to test our loyalty. You know where it's at. We just want to be rewarded. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, because right now Tom Brady's gone. There's no Drew Brees. Matt Ryan's been moved on. You have
division is toss up right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And your defense, out of the 4 that's in your division, I take your defense over anybody else's defense right now. You have the most talent pound for pound on your defense than anybody else over here. So we can just put an offensive scheme together to go around the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah,
number 1,
man. I think by the time when the season starts, I think it's gonna pan out a lot better than we've seen.
I pray. I'm for real. I'm for real. I really.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm torn between, you know, like Ron said, well, everything's new. You got new everything, and realistically, given that time and in between, like, look, bro, we have been losers for a long time.
Yes,
right, and I feel what Ron's saying. I do. But it's like what I was saying though, it's a whole bunch of teams that started new everythings.
Yeah.
We're not the only team that started new everythings. And our defense, that was no excuse, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what the fuck are we looking at? This about worse than why they even touch it?
I feel what you said. Like, and
I still feel it's more new. It's more new than it is.
Yeah,
it's familiar.
Like I said,
it's a new scheme. It's a new playbook. It's a new like.
And like I said while we were watching it, Ben, I'm gonna just base this off of everything being new, and he did not open the playbook for nothing because what I saw. If I had to go off,
see now that Joe, I'm not giving that. That's not an excuse to me. They're not opening.
I'm just trying to give them the.
They're not opening.
That's not a short term excuse. You can probably use that.
No, but you know, a lot of people have been. I've seen news, like I've read news saying that he didn't open up the playbook. You know, blah blah blah. But it's just like it looked like they weren't ready to play.
Right.
That has nothing to do with the plays. They looked like they weren't blocking. They weren't tackling.
Weren't doing nothing right.
They weren't doing nothing.
They won't. And see, that's got to be coaching. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to shoot the gun. Like I said, it's just the first preseason game. But I'm like, yo, bro, we did nothing, bro. Bryce came out here and threw the ball, bro. And when he went to go sit down, bro, that was the last great thing we did, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, we put up 0, bro. We didn't even hardly get on the other side of the field, bro. Like that's alarming because even if Matt Carroll in there, shit, Zach Wilson ain't the starter for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is. And he still went out there and managed to put up all them damn points. And I'm like, I understand, bro. I get it, bro. But these are professionals. You don't get that lap. You pay for what you do. And I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying. Though. I mean, I understand what you're saying. But that's
I spend my hard.
I'm in between, man.
I spend my hard earned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't mind doing it because I love this team.
I don't have no patience.
Please, y'all help me. I don't got no patience.
I feel big. I don't
have no patience, and I do realize it got to take time. Like it's a weird spot. It's a weird spot.
It's a weird spot to be in, and it's like it's for us. I feel like for us to literally ask for 11 wins is like pretty crazy. People be like, no, but we got this team, we got that, we got these pieces, we got that pieces. But it's like literally, it's a whole new everything. imagine you, like all everybody listening. Imagine you going to a new job, like fresh on the job, right? Like, and I'm sure people listening, you've been fresh on a new job. I'm talking about you gotta wear a suit. You never really wore a suit before, so now you gotta wear a suit. You gotta wear a tie, but then it's like you gotta introduce this person. Then you sit next to this person. Then you gotta get to know this person. You mean to tell me you about to go to the Super Bowl as soon as you sit down in that chair? You're gonna feel like, oh, this job is champion. No, you're gonna be like, I don't like this dude next to me. I don't like this. I don't like my manager. Like, I don't like this person because they got a whole lot of mouth. Like, I don't like that person because, so and so is cool. So and so is cool.
I'm on the
like, me and so and so could kick it.
It's like
it's just like it's
even move
any
to a
other job.
3-4 defense. To even move to a 3-4 defense, that's a conscious decision. So y'all chose to do that with the players that y'all had on the 4-3 defense. So being that that's new, I can't give you that because y'all looking like something. Y'all know what y'all doing now. I can see if these niggas on the other side of the ball were all new. I give Bryce, yes, everything new, but I can't give y'all that because y'all chose to go 3-4. Ain't nobody forced y'all. So the fact that y'all went 3-4,
but the players,
with all the players that you got, so now you draft, so now you trading and you're going to go get all these linebackers because now you need linebackers. Now you got all these linebackers. Because you going to a 3-4. I'm not mad at none of that. I'm just saying.
But I'm not talking about the player in that situation. I'm not talking about the player camaraderie. I'm talking about these players who have played together last year. They've literally switched coaches in the middle of the year last year. So they trusted one coach and they had to trust another coach.
Right.
So literally we're putting them with their third coach in 2 years or in a year. Their third coach in a year, bro. So we're talking about them trusting your coaches. You have to, like, as a player, you have to trust your coaches, like, to put you in the best position. You don't know if your coach really cares about you. You don't know if your coach really cares about your injury. Like, coach, my back of my leg. Like, you don't know if you could tell your coach, like, hey, my daughter's birthday, can I skip practice? You know, coach might be like, get your ass out here. No, hell no, get your.
I feel like the only coach that's the same is the offensive line coach.
And that's why they haven't had a private damn meeting.
Yeah, they had that
problem with it. It's a problem.
See, the private meeting come from what I'm feeling, because what I'm feeling is, bro, we literally show nothing. Bro, I can see what y'all saying.
No, you know what that private meeting was for, Joe?
That was,
you know what that private meeting was for, Joe?
What's that?
His job.
Why?
He's scared.
That last Saturday looked so bad, bro. We in one game of the preseason. We talking about people jobs. Talking about people jobs.
That line looked so bad,
right?
That even if his job wasn't in jeopardy, shit, I'm looking at it now. You think I wasn't?
We can't say this ain't stemmed from what we already been.
You know how Tepper is. Tepper is will
cut see what I'm saying?
Your ass,
because these people demanded something else. He hears Charlotte, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why one preseason game. We ain't even talking about a season game. We got like 70 people on the team. We got to get down to 53. This ain't even the squad. We talking about a preseason game, and we talking about people jobs on the line already. Yeah, that's because people are already, bro. You don't get that no more. I'm sorry you inherited this, but bro. These are conscious decisions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Tepper. It's like somebody's going to pay for this. Yeah. I didn't make this up.
That's what Tepper. That's what Tepper is saying. That's why the offensive. That's why camp is basically like guys' private meeting, because he's like, if y'all play like this for the next couple games, my job is on the line. Yes, because Tepper is not playing. But I mean, they say that the players had the private meet. Like I don't know. They say if he called it or if they called it, but I'm gonna tell you who was in there. Camping was in there because he knows his ass is on the line, bro. Like we have the Avengers of head coaches. So if you stick out,
no excuse.
If you stick out, it's a problem.
Bro. Because, like I said at the beginning, like I'm gonna get Tepper his flowers, man, because he did it right. But now it's time.
I ain't giving his flowers yet.
You know what I'm saying? It's time for like some.
He ain't done nothing. I ain't giving Tepper no flowers. I'm sorry, I can't give Tepper no flowers. He ain't done shit. Tepper ain't gonna give flowers for me until I really see something. Don't give Tepper no flowers, bro.
Hey, look.
Joe, let me get the flowers, bro. Let me get the flowers back, bro.
Hey, thank him, man.
Thank you, bro. Let me get the flowers.
Hey. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah, flowers out of here, man. Hold on, let me refresh my glass.
Man, you are crazy.
I'm just gonna mute it, but y'all keep eyeing my headphones on.
We just want to see some football, man. We want to see some organized, even if competitive, man. Like competitive, and that's down to what Ron was saying, bro. It's just like boys didn't want to play no hard, they ain't had no spark, no energy, no nothing. And I'm like, yo, what are we watching, bro? Like even with the offensive line, bro. Like what we ran the ball 12 times.
I'm looking at it now. That's what I was about to ask y'all, man. Since we were talking about the offensive line, does Austin Corbett being out and them trying out the two, I think it's two other niggas that they're switching back and forth each drive, you think that played a part in how bad this offensive line looked on that particular day? I mean,
if it did, then both of them shouldn't make the cut. Because, like I said, nobody looked like they were ready to do their job.
I'm looking at only Bryce Young's snaps. I got to see where. Now, I will say this too, y'all. Chuba Hubbard, if that's what he called picking up a block.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that to me, bro. Like I understand we got to move with the times, right? But you know what I'm saying? The Jets effectively ran the ball. I think the Jets ran the ball like 20-something times. You know what I'm saying? Like for 80-something yards. Bro, we ran the ball like 12. I think it was either 12 or 15 times, bro, and just gave up on it. And I'm like, the last good thing we really did was run the football. You know what I'm saying? That'll take a lot of pressure off of Bryce. Bryce can gradually step into the role of being who he want to be for this team instead of throwing him into a role when we say 5 wide and go out there and just do what you're gonna do. This team was never built.
Now, granted, again, what I always like to. Now you can bring it up, but at the same time, it's not like you can't really bank on that. But the Jets D line is probably top 5.
See that. So why you?
That's what I said too. That's what I said.
It's probably top 5 in the league.
B told me that the starters didn't play for the Jets, the defensive line starters,
and that's even crazy. That's
when Williams didn't play.
But that's why the D line is top 5, though. But if you remember our 2015 year, our front 4 wasn't just top 5. It was our rotation. We were bringing Jared Allen. We were bringing, Chris Johnson. It was our combination of defensive linemen that we could rotate. It's about keeping your line fresh.
If you, as a head coach, seen that rotation, destroying your offensive line and your star first rounder, done took 2 hits.
That's why they yanked him. That's why they yanked Bryce.
But they allowed him to take 2. He got hit 4 times. I mean, 2 of them took him literally off his feet. Like he got broken.
I'm talking about. One of them was a blindside. One of them was blindsided. He could have really got hurt.
And they didn't even call it.
They didn't call it. He could have really got hurt, bro. Got hurt.
Yo, Frank, you ain't got to drop back every pass. I know, bro. I understand, bro, but we got to find some kind of continuity. Like, bro,
you got to see what you got to see him though. But you got to hit.
Thank God.
Go ahead, babe.
Thank God Bryce can feel the pressure like he can feel it. Otherwise, it would be a disaster, man.
But that's what I was about to say. So this is what I want to about the preseason. That's the one thing, the best takeaway I took from this and I know y'all said y'all seen it at FanFest, but I seen it that preseason game. I'm talking about it was literal chaos around Bryce when he was dropping back, and he did not.
He still kept his eyes down for it. He still kept his eyes down for it.
Didn't flinch. Now we know from having Sam Darnold what a scary quarterback looks like.
Yeah.
When Sam Darnold got rattled and his ass got scared, I'm talking about it's like he literally peed himself a little bit every play. Every time they say he's like pee himself. Like just shaking. Like, you don't.
I'm looking at these.
Bryce ain't flinch, bro.
I'm looking at all Bryce snaps from that game right now. They are abusing Icky and Taylor Moton. It's not even coming from the interior.
Icky lazy, yo. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Icky. Right, Icky lazy, man. You can see it the way he come off the line.
I think so.
He's lazy, bro. It's his technique is lazy. Like he has a lazy technique, but it's like if you look at it last year, in the beginning of last year, he was lazy. Like it's like I don't know if he gets in these lazy, lackadaisical type of moods, but this like last year he got in these moods where he was just like hella lazy. I'm talking about he would come off the line like lazy. It's like what's going on, bro? What's going on in your life? Is it mental? It's like
oh my god.
But when he plays solid, like when he's in the game, he plays hella solid. But when it's like he's lazy, it's like everybody beats him. Everybody beats him on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, bro, what's going on, man? Like,
for all your pressure that can be coming on the outside like that, man.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we literally need you. Like, I hate to bring up the movie, but we need you to protect that side of Bryce.
Let me ask y'all a question, yo.
Those dirty thieves.
the Von Miller
protect his side, man.
The Von Miller debacle and and Super Bowl 50.
Don't get it started. Why are you bringing it up?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You know he said something about that a couple weeks ago too. But do we blame what he did on the lineman, or do we blame it on coaching? Because that's Von Miller.
On the lineman, because we were just fine protecting Cam all year that year.
But against
it wasn't just him though. What was the dude name on the other side?
Where DeMarcus Ware?
DeMarcus Ware. It wasn't just Von Miller. Yeah, DeMarcus Ware was coming off the same side. Oh, but don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
if you look at our line, we was on skates, bro. We was slipping and sliding. We had no grip. Don't get me started. It wasn't just Von Miller. It was the field. The field was terrible. We was slipping and sliding all over that joint, bro.
When we finally started getting our groove and we did start putting up points, moving the ball like people used to us doing, we started chipping Von Miller in the second half. You know what I'm saying? What Von Miller, the real damage he did was in the first half. Yeah. Those script sacks, you know what I'm saying? And DeMarcus Ware picked up one in the end zone. But honestly, it was a one-man wrecking crew.
The ends, it comes with it's speed and power. Bruce Smith, Reggie White's, like it's speed and power. So it's like the combination. So if you could come off the line and beat me off the line, run, just sprinting. If you could beat me off the line sprinting, like that means you can get a wider base. As you see those DNs that be having those wide ass base, they can beat you off the line. So that means the lineman got to go with a wider move, but that opens up the middle for a blitz. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a defensive end who can beat you off the line running and he can outpower you like a Von Miller, so that means he can come off the line and then outpower you, like, throw you off of him.
Right.
Like, that's just even more, like, that's the most dangerous defensive end that ever lived. That's like, that's Julius Peppers. Like, you remember Julius Peppers was that for us. Like, he could literally bomb you off the line.
What Brian Burns supposed to be for us.
So, Brian Burns. I asked that question because it's like, it's like I think we let the coaches like to me, bro. Like maybe it's just me,
Icky was
but
lazy, bro. That's what that was.
if
Icky
you
was
if
lazy.
you if you ask any offensive lineman what's easier to block for a pass or block for a run, they're gonna say block for a run because you get to lean on them. You don't got to drop back and wait for their moves. You
Yeah,
get to lean on them. You get to force the gaps. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like to set a tone. You not just for your team, but for your running back, but for mostly for your offensive line. You know
But
what I'm
so
saying? 'Cause it's
here's
like
the other thing.
even with we had
His
defensive
okay.
coaches like Ron Rivera. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? We put up a lot of points as defensive teams. Like a lot of points. It's a lot of games. We put up a lot of points being a
Yeah,
defensive team. You know what I'm saying? And a run first team. And so it don't. I'm not saying we
I,
have to follow that formula, but I'm just saying like what I
we're
saw
not gonna have
Saturday.
that no more.
It
We're not
it
a
could
defensive team no more.
right. And
We're
so
an
that's what I'm
offensive
saying.
team.
Everything is changing, and it
Things
concerns me
change.
that we put up. We did nothing. And like I said, it's one preseason game. It concerns me that we did nothing.
So
Yeah.
I'm
here's my
looking at
other
now. You
theory.
know what I'm saying? I'm just comparing it to what was to what now, because these are moves that y'all made. Y'all spent
Right.
money on these moves, bro. You know what I'm
But
saying?
here's my other theory about the line. Here's my other theory about the line. So I think my other theory about the reason why the line did so bad is because I think that they're blocking the blocking scheme is completely changed from last year, right?
I agree
So
with
because
that.
we're thinking like it's the same line. How can you not gel? But we know it's a different playbook, right? So
Right.
we know that Bryce is a short quarterback. So just like Drew Brees, they have to block to open up passing lanes,
That's what
right?
they did say that. They did say that. Frank Wright
They
talked
have
about.
to block to open up passing lanes. So
Yeah.
I think that that particular scenario of blocking really, and that particular defensive line with the Jets, of
Yeah.
them trying to pick
I
up
mean,
and learn,
I,
because
The
it's not
perfect
the same
storm.
blocking scheme. It's a
I
whole
don't. I
different
don't.
type of blocking scheme
The
to
I
perfect
open
don't.
up
storm.
passing lanes for him. I think
Yeah.
that really messed them up, and that's why they look so bad. That's my other theory of
You
why
got
they
to
look
think,
so
man.
terrible.
You got to think that the coach for the Jets, he's a defensive coach, man.
He a beast, bro. He's a
He was
beast.
he's a coach before D'Amico Ryans got to the 49ers and had that defense. He just took that defense over from him. Really, he already had that defense looking crazy.
He's like militant. He's like a militant defensive coach. Like that shit looks
He already had.
crazy.
He's like he liked that for real.
He
You know.
like that. Yeah, I agree. Yes. So that's
So
my other theory with the line. I think it's that passing scheme because it's not the same. Like we said, it's a new everything. Everybody, like it's a new everything, y'all. Like everybody who's listening, like it's a new everything. Like we can judge them off of this preseason game, which I want to so bad. I want to be like, man, man, we about to trash. Like I want to, but it's at the
Oh
same
no,
time I'm looking at these Lego pieces
not trash.
or these Jenga pieces, because it's like it's Jenga almost. It's like we literally have new everything. Like it's new everything, and this new playbook is not just like no regular new playbook. That blocking, it's a whole new blocking scheme. It's a whole new defensive scheme. Like the scheme defensively, it's like a safety has to think differently from what our safety would think in a 4-3. It's like you no longer are playing a 4-3 defense. Like you are playing a 3-4. That means you are a linebacker safety. That means you got to think run. You got to think holes, like filling the holes of a run, like, and you got to drop back into your zone. Like it's so many assignments. They're literally giving these players like so many assignments. It's a mental, like we have a mental fundamental team right now that they have to literally wrap their minds around this. And that's what I said, like, man, for us to even think of, oh, if it ain't 10 wins, like, man, I'm thinking like I'm hoping 7. Like I'm hoping 7 or 8, bro. But the 7 or 8 that I'm hoping, I want us to be competitive.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want us
I
to
want
be
us to see the
competitive every game.
promise. Like I
Even
want us to
losses.
see I want us to see the promise in every game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking the max nine games, bro. Like 9, 10 games max. Like, and I'm talking about max at 10. I'm talking about big max at 10. I'm thinking our cap is 9 this year. Our cap is 9 at games this year, which I think is a good. I think the lowest cap is 7. I think our highest cap is 9. Like winning 2 more games. That's because we start to get it towards the end of the year, and we start kind of buzzing like ooh, ooh, and we see the flashes. But like, man, I just don't expect us to. Like, me, y'all know me. My expectations are always at an even kill, bro.
I feel like I do feel
Even
something
kill.
different this season. I will say that, man. I feel something brewing. You know what I'm saying? But also, like I said, in the back of my mind, I gotta realize it's gonna take some time to get this thing exactly how we want it. We start right. Start with the quarter. Get somebody who can spit. Start there, and everything else will fall in place. Even if something may not, everything else will fall in place.
Right.
Like realistically,
don't let Bryce take no more damn hits like that no more.
Man, what
he gonna take some hits, bro.
I know, but that
what was Matt Corral's excuse?
I don't know.
Oh boy! Now let me tell you, I don't know if we brought up Matt Corral on our previous podcast, but let me tell you, Matt Corral in that one game has dropped his draft stock so low. We can't even trade him. We're gonna have to release his ass. We have to release him, man. We can't even trade him for no piece. Not even for a 6th round.
We got that 4th quarterback sitting back there that nobody talks about. He the tallest nigga on the quarterback in the room. Let me see him, and then
I'd rather see him than Matt Corral.
Let me see him.
They probably gonna
let
a little
something. Then y'all can do what you want.
I think
Matthew.
I think Matt Corral has probably played himself down a spot after last game.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I feel like we just don't need niggas named Matthew.
I agree there. I could agree.
We over that Matt.
We over
that Matt era.
Yeah, no, we done with Matt era. Yeah. So what? I guess what? So predictions. What's left on the list is predictions for the game tomorrow.
We got the New York Football Giants tomorrow, y'all. The New York Football Giants in New York.
Football. Now, by the time y'all see this, the game might have already happened. But hey, these are just what we predict, and you're gonna see how we failed and lost on failed and lost and won and succeeded on the next pod. But what do we expect to see next game? I know for one, we better see better blocking.
That's
you ain't never
better blocking. Better blocking, man. I hope they understand the schemes a little better, because I think that's really what they need to go over is schemes. You know how like in practice, like you can go over schemes without having to be on a field. You could be in a classroom and be like, so-and-so, who would you block here? So-and-so, if this guy's coming here, who would you block here? Like, like a classroom. Like, it's like learning.
Right.
Like, they're going to have to learn this, because if you expected them to learn this on their own, Icky is lazy. I'm telling you, Icky lazy, man. He probably got some big stripper booty. Like, he got a little buddy, he got some big stripper booty, he got a little bread.
Icky like that, man. Don't do Icky like that.
He tossing a little dollars on him.
Hey, something though, Icky. Let me tell you something right now, Icky.
Don't do
it. Right here. Hey, Icky. Right here.
Don't do it, Icky.
Telling you something right now.
Don't do it, bro.
You better take care of my fucking quarterback, man.
Please.
Telling you that right now. I don't know what I might do.
Put that stripper booty down, man.
If you don't take care of my quarterback, man.
And pick up the playbook. And let's focus on blocking this quarterback. Put the dollars down, man. Get them dollars out of here, man. Don't be throwing no dollars. Like, I'm telling you, man, Icky caught up in something, man. I'm telling you, Icky didn't.
Hey, look, Joe. Ron is going hard on Icky right now, ain't he?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just seeing what I've seen. Icky's gotten a little lazy that first year. He started off a little weak. He looked like how he started. You remember when in the beginning we was like, okay.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
That's how he looked now. It's like Icky.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
man, he did, man. He
That's
did.
it.
Right, bro. He's right.
I
Get
think the
focused,
first
Icky.
game of the
That
season last
booty.
year,
He got that. He got the booties in his face.
who was it?
Them homies, he's putting them on to them chicks.
Yeah, Joe.
Miles Garrett.
Oh yeah, so they saying. I mean, we don't. What is the injury? Do we know what the injury is? They just saying they holding him out for the probably he's going to sit him out the whole preseason. Is what they saying.
Joe talking about Miles Garrett when Icky played Miles Garrett.
Oh, Icky plays Miles Garrett. Oh,
season.
they're talking about Sanders. I'm sorry.
When we played the Browns the first game of the season last year.
Oh yeah.
Baker's revenge game.
It was disgusting.
Nothing revenge. It won't nothing revenge about that joint, bro.
And you know what? I should have knew.
Disgusting.
All week they were asking the Browns about this revenge game. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They were not worried at all.
Oh, none of them better than I.
None of them. They were like,
they knew exactly who Baker was.
They knew exactly who Baker was.
Yeah. That's why they got rid of him. That's why they actually signed a quarterback for ridiculous amounts of money while he was still on the team and as a starter. It's like disrespectful. Like, actually, you're our starter. Hey, we're going to go ahead and give up everything for this guy who has a whole assault case.
And look, like, trade you away for nothing.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
We didn't even miss them draft picks. We traded them for Baker.
Yeah, nah, man. Baker came into the Browns facility like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Nobody speaking to me? Hey, John. Oh,
what's going on, guys? Greg. Hey, I try to get in the front door.
The guy sweeping the floors, like not even looking at him. Hey, Greg.
Baker key don't even work. His little key pad.
You want to tell me why my key doesn't work anymore, man?
Hey, change the code or something. Bill, can you open this? Mine's my key.
They definitely changed the code.
Hey, bro, my name is being removed above my locker room. What's going on?
His stuff sitting outside the locker room, like, hey, what's going on?
Baker,
like, so Baker, did you not watch ESPN this morning? It's like, hey, Baker.
Your agent didn't call you.
Hey, do we know if the Giants are playing any of their starters tomorrow?
That I'm not too sure of.
Now I do know for a fact. Of course, Terrence Marshall, he's questionable, so he's out tomorrow. Damiere Byrd's out.
Do we know how long Terrence Marshall is questionable?
He expected to miss a few weeks.
But they did tell us what his injury is, right?
It just said
back, just a back, right?
Back. Mm-hmm. Damiere Byrd.
I can't say anything. Back injury. That means
Damiere Byrd must have tore his hamstring or something because he's out for the year.
Yes.
They place him on IR.
If it's not the whole year, it's at least half of the year or majority of at least 8 games.
I think they said it was season ending.
It was season ending? Damn.
They said it was season ending.
You know, sometimes they push you on IR just to free up their roster
for a while.
For a little bit. So, like, maybe he might get healthier a little earlier. But by that time,
Christian mastered that.
Oh, he mastered IR. Oh, just wait, you 49ers fans. He gonna master it with you too. Just wait. It's the season. Tis the season.
Don't know.
Tis the season.
Miles Sanders like you said, gonna miss the rest of the preseason.
Yeah. Do we know what's Miles Sanders' injury?
Groin injury.
Groin is that's a tough injury right there. Groin is a tough injury.
Yeah. Running back. Anything around that thigh area.
That's all your lateral. That's your lateral movement, right?
That's all your lateral. Jump cuts, everything.
That's all your lateral.
Andy Dalton has back tightness.
Andy Dalton was trying to get them checks and not play. He's like, look, if Bryce is not ready, I ain't either. I ain't ready neither. Third string Matt Corral, get in there. Like, Andy Dalton is not.
You better get your ass out there, Andy. Do what you did in New Orleans last year.
Listen, Andy Dalton seen that line. He seen that line. He said, I couldn't take them hits. The hits that Bryson get hit with, Andy Dalton.
No, he said my body too old. I can't do that. I'm just happy.
He couldn't though. Think about it. Like them hits, Andy Dalton wasn't able to take them. Like at least the first one. They
wouldn't have to block the same way they would have to block for Andy Dalton. Or they block for Bryce. You don't have to create no passing lanes for Andy Dalton.
That's true. You
know what I'm saying?
That's true. They built that offense. They built the offensive blocking scheme around making lanes for Bryce. Yeah, that's true.
We down defensive end Henry Anderson with a foot injury he got in the game Saturday. He's a defensive end.
Yeah, Henry Anderson. Get well soon, sir.
Derek Wright, he was flashing Saturday. Derek Wright, the wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
He was flashing. He got a knee injury. He questionable, and of course Eddie Pinheiro groin. He ain't gonna play tomorrow.
Man, Eddie got to get it together.
We got the worst kickers. Man, we need to scout some better kickers. We might have to draft. We might have to draft a kicker one year, man. For real, man. Like, you see, one of the kickers got drafted this year, I believe.
Yeah, like Janikowski. You remember Janikowski was the first like major draft
thing, man.
Kicking it, yeah.
And
Janikowski.
The last injury is Cam Irvin. Yeah, your feelings are. I know why he on the injury. The way they were mauling him on that offensive line Saturday,
your feelings are Irvin.
Your pride is her injured. Cam Irvin, man, get off my team. Why he still on this team?
I'm sure he's abused. He felt abused coming off that line. Like
he definitely was.
Boy, I just looked at him trying to protect Matt Corral. Poor Matt, as if he ain't trash enough.
Yeah, man, we gotta. Hopefully, man. Like, so tomorrow, like I said, I don't really have no predictions. Like, I just hope we play better.
Me and Joe gonna give you a score prediction right quick. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
Shit.
New York Football Giants. Hold on, right quick. Let me see if who playing tomorrow for the Giants.
Hey, look,
you completely caught Joe off guard. He said, shit.
I'm not even looking for. So I mean, at this point, like I said, I'm just looking for some kind of, the process of, the process of getting it together, the process of making it look better than it did last week. The last time we came out here, every play be doing something better than we did last play. I'm just looking for the willingness to be better, the willingness to want to win, the willingness
to look like we want to win. That's
what I'm saying. To look like something, be competitive.
Bad, y'all. That won't all the injuries.
Okay.
We got defensive tackle LeBron Ray. He was carted off the field Saturday during practice.
What happened to
him? I don't know.
Get well soon, buddy.
Get well.
Oh, back. He's back. He was back.
Oh, back. That's all they give you back.
And look, I don't know if he's still on it, but Dante Jackson was up there for his Achilles. He was
already, bro.
I ain't even surprised.
This was a couple of weeks ago when he was up. I'm not sure if he's,
They should have pulled in a better.
But he's up here. He's up here.
I ain't even gonna get started on that.
He made a play though. He made a play Saturday, man.
He did. He made a play. I ain't even get started on it though.
What was your score prediction, Joe?
He didn't really give one.
Oh, you didn't say it?
Yeah, he said he don't think he got one.
I don't think I got one, man.
He just want to see better. He just want to see him do better.
Yeah. I want to see. I mean,
that's how I say. I just want to see better. I just want to see a more competitive game.
Move the chains. Put a drive together.
Let's look like a real football damn team. Let's look like a football team, please. That's all.
14-10 Panthers.
Okay.
Since y'all acting scared.
Who gonna get those 2 touchdowns on?
Y'all acting
Who gonna get those 2 touchdowns on?
Bryce throws a touchdown, and we probably some on the ground.
Matt Corral throws the touchdown.
Shit. The other team.
Matt Corral throws a touchdown.
Big 6 to the other team.
I'm telling you, I better see the other quarterback tomorrow.
The taller dude.
Yeah, I better see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy said I ain't doing that preseason thing, man. Y'all got it.
Jake Lutton. That's his name. Jake Lutton. Listen to this, y'all. This is our quarterback room before we get up out of here. Matt Corral, 6'2". Andy Dalton, 6'2". Bryce Young, 5'10". Jake Luton, 6'6". 225.
Yeah. Let's play him. See what he about.
Hey, all taller quarterbacks ain't the best. They ain't the most mobile.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
I know, boy.
They're the first one to get the legs taken out. Like,
hey, look, how we know he don't got some wheels? We don't know.
You don't know. You're right. I ain't gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. I don't know nothing about that man.
I told y'all about Matt Corral that little bit before he broke that list, Frank, and he had showed.
You was right.
I saw enough.
You was right, big. You was right.
Running around out there, blind.
I don't know what the hell he looking at. I don't know what the hell he be looking at.
Going on.
He even had a strip fumble sack. A strip fumble sack interception.
He be running for his life. That's what it is. It's like he hadn't been out there. He hadn't had a chance to be out there. You see, like how Bryce is so like cool, calm, and collected. Like Matt Corral is scared for his life. It's like he's scared for his life, and you can see it as he drops back. He's like, "Oh shit! Oh."
He got no pocket awareness.
Yeah, no pocket awareness. He's just like. He's looking left, right. Looking at the person about to sack him. Looking at the person in front of him. It's just like he don't know what the hell going on. That's how he missed all the 2 wide open receivers every play.
Oh my God! That's what. And look, I was gonna say that.
They were wide
open. Everything was
say that
over there. Oh shit. Oh,
bro, it was like 3 niggas running wide open. They were wide open.
I was gonna say that, Ron.
Hey, say it again, Joe. Say wide again.
All they had to do was
Joe, say wide again.
Bro, he was wide open, bro.
Wide
open. Bro. It was one play. Both wide receivers and the tight end were wide open. The only thing bro had to do was throw the ball.
Go ahead, big.
That's the only thing bro had to do, bro. I'm like, yo, nah, bro gotta go, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why Thomas Brown was expressing about the execution, because on most of the plays, it was somebody running wide open.
Wide open.
I went back and looked. I'm like, man, like you don't see him. I mean, even a couple times with Bryce,
it was like a hike, and it was like, bam. Oh man. Oh bam. Oh, what is he looking at?
Rush, boy. It might have been that rush, man. I'm gonna blame it on.
No, that's what it was. Yeah. That's literally what it was. Yeah. But the thing is that Bryce actually completed passes that were actually pretty tight. It was with tight windows. With that same pressure. Cool, calm, and collected. He might have missed the fairly wide open guy, but he got it in there, and we got some yards.
Yeah.
That's what, and he didn't turn the ball over. And he took them licks. Right. He took them licks and he popped right back up.
That's your quarterback, Ron. That's your quarterback, man.
My quarterback. My quarterback, man. My quarterback. That's my quarterback. Listen, I'm happy about Bryce, yo. Like that cool, his cool, calm, and collected. He cool as a fan, gat in hand. He don't want to blast your man. Like he will though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he cool as a fan, man. He was back there just like, wow. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like,
how much time you think Bryce gonna play? You think Bryce gonna play a lot tomorrow? More than he plays?
He should. Yeah, they're scared that this line is going to get him hurt. That's what
I'm scared of.
Right? Rec is scared of that. But because you remember me, B said it, it's like big risk, big reward. We're playing that type of we're playing that on both sides. It's big risk, big reward. Like, so if we're playing this particular offensive scheme and this guy misses like his scheme, it's detrimental. But it's the same way on defense. If we got Shaq, our Achilles heel, and he misses this play, the chain is broken. Big play. Like, it's like big, it's like this, whatever they've drawn up, it's like big risk, big reward on both sides. But if we play it right, we really could be a good team. That's just like, we could be a really good team, man. So,
yeah, man.
I hope so.
I agree 100%, man. We got enough talent, bro. If the execution there, bro, sky's the limit. I'm be honest, bro. Like, but to me, it's how we learn the new scheme, everything. So the execution of, I know that's going to be the hardest part of what we got going on. But if we can manage to execute what is drawn up, how it's drawn up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, sky's the limit, man. I'm still holding out. Hey, them 10 wins you were talking about, Ron. Hey, big, I'm still holding out a little bit, man. I might give
Hey
him
man,
10.
we need you to. We need you to, man. We need you to, man.
Hey, if we hit 11, I'm gonna be ecstatic. But I'm maxing this out at 9.
Hey,
I'm maxing this out at 9.
I'm telling y'all, we rolling. We rolling.
Yeah,
it's not getting us in the playoffs.
I don't know what Derek Carr in the South now. You might need 10, man.
If we can beat Derek Carr twice, we ain't got to worry about it.
You talking about Derek Carr?
Yeah. If we can beat him twice, we ain't got to worry
First
about
of all,
our niggas don't respect
we can beat Derek Carr.
I ain't saying we can't, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I rock with Derek Carr, but at the same time, Derek Carr is. I feel like Derek Carr is he's like a Matt Ryan to me. It's like he's deadly.
He's better than Matt Ryan.
But Matt Ryan was deadly in the beginning of the games, but in crunch time, Matt Ryan crumbled. Like it just like
I'm gonna just say 28-3.
I call him Matty Meltdown, is what I called him. Matty Meltdown. He would just crumble, bro. Like go back to all of those games, he would just crumble. Like I don't know what would happen to Matt Ryan, but those late games, they would have the lead. He would just crumble. Like he just didn't know who to pass it to. It would be a bad pass. That's who Derek Carr is. Derek Carr be so solid. Get in the game. Bam. Confident. But then it's like the moment they start doing something, I don't know what happens. He just
starts our only threat in the South. The Saints are the only threat in the South.
I'm not that confident as y'all are in Derek Carr. I think that if we really get grasp a hold of this scheme, we'll destroy Derek Carr. This will be Derek Carr's last year in the league.
Hey,
don't get me wrong.
Hey, Ron. Fuck Derek Carr. Look, I'm just saying. If we got plans this year, he the only legitimate person to throw a wrench in. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel.
I like.
He's the only legitimate quarterback in the division.
I like my team.
Yeah, I understand exactly what y'all saying. And that's the one. That's the one who to look out for. That's the team.
Right.
To look out for. Yeah.
He got Michael. He got some shit around him too now. Don't act like he ain't got.
We're talking about how every game this year is a meaningful game. Like outside of the teams that we play twice a year, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Bucks. We play the Vikings, who Adam. You know what I'm saying? It's a revenge game for him. We play the Colts. We play the Houston Texans. And we play
Titans.
The Titans. All them teams, the Colts and the Houston Texans have Anthony Richardson and C.J. Stroud, and they all get to play each other this year. It's just like we got a whole bunch of meaningful games on the roster. I mean, on the schedule.
Yeah, fuck them niggas, Joe. They don't mean nothing to me.
I'm not really. Yeah, honestly, I'm not looking at no other team because, like I said, we in a building, like we in such a building stage, and it's like, some people was like, oh, playoffs are bust, but it's like, nah, look, I'm just looking to see about potential for a Super Bowl, like even the year before, our 2015 run, we seen the potential in our team. We ain't expect him to go damn 15-1, like what I'm saying, to a Super Bowl, but we seen the potential
that was
between
crazy.
Our dual running backs, between Cam, and then we lost our, our who we thought was going to be our starting wide receiver. It's just like things just transpired, and it's like that's what I'm looking for, bro. I'm looking for the potential for the run.
That year don't happen with Kelvin Benjamin on the roster.
Man,
that was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, man, I think so.
Don't even get. I'm surprised. I didn't even remember his name. I'm surprised. Thank you.
And to think I had a name for him, KB13. I'm like, man,
KB13.
KB13. I ain't said it in the 30 years. Ought to kept it in the past.
Man, I can't wait for the game tomorrow night, man.
Hey man, pull up on man.
I can't wait, boy. You know
so,
I'm coming through.
So we're gonna drop a new time for the next pod, and so like this is. So I mean, we covered a lot, man. We've been on for a minute, man. We covered a lot, man. So we'll be hitting y'all with the next pod. We might do the next preseason, or we might wait till the third, since we only got 3 preseasons. You know, we'll see. We'll see what content we get, who we drop, who we keep, who's hurt. Definitely, you know, we'll sort it out. Yeah, we'll definitely sort it out. But hey, man. So we about to sign out, man. It's, you know, me, your boy, Ron, Nick Maximus. We got Big, we got Joe.
Sir.
B can't make it here, but he gonna catch y'all next round.
Shout out to B, man.
Yes,
Shout out to B.
Shout out to Q.
Shout out to my boy Q. You know what I'm saying? The 5th part of the Panther Prayer Circle. And so yeah, man, we out, man. Good to see y'all boys, man. We definitely gonna be in the group tomorrow.
Yes, hey, you know that.
You know that group chat tomorrow, man.
Yes,
y'all be safe.
All right,
man.